Lions fans, what's going on? It's your boy King, man. The Detroit Lions have released their 53-man roster. It is finally here. I've been patiently waiting after 4 o'clock, but it's here. So we're going to go through everything. But of course, we also have some breaking news today that caught me off guard. So we'll break all of those things down. Once we jump inside, I'll see you on the flip side. Lions fans, what's going on, man? So let's go through this 53-man roster. But before we do that, some breaking news, right? Emmanuel Moseley, active, ready to go week 1, passed his physical, tweeted out about it on Twitter, man. Caught me off guard. Did not expect that whatsoever. And that is big time for us. He rounds out that addition class that we added to the secondary, man, of absolute dogs. And I'm glad to see him be available and ready to go physically. The Detroit Lions are very patient with the process. So, we'll continue to watch that and wait for his day when he arrives on that football field for us. We are days away from playing the Kansas City Chiefs, man. It's next Thursday, you guys. So, man, that's crazy. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to get to it. But yeah, so 53-man roster. When you're looking at some of the announced roster moves, nothing surprising. Hendon Hooker, Jameson Williams, Nate Sudfeld, all those things are obvious, right? Chase Cota, that was obvious. Of course, Jamar Jefferson, that was obvious, right? So when you look at the release list, one of the surprising names was Craig Reynolds. We all thought Craig Reynolds had made the roster. Right now, we currently only have 2 backs along with Jason Kabenda. So very interesting. But we all know that's not going to last that much longer. So we'll see what Brad Holmes is going to do to add another addition to that running back room, where he decides to go with that. But yeah, so that's definitely subject to change, right? So this is just the hot off the press release 53-man roster. There still can be some changes made, right? So this is just what we had to have in by 4 o'clock. So some of the names, when we see them, we're like, no, they just may be returning to this team in some form, maybe practice squad, or, if they make it through the waiver situation, some of these wave guys that I'm getting ready to go through. So when you look at the wave list, it's pretty lengthy, but I'm only going to go through some of the names that we all have grown to know and get familiar with. First and foremost, wide receiver Maurice Alexander. Went out there, returned some kicks for us, gave some efforts on special teams for us. But we all know that we're going to have to, make that cut. We were, pretty heavy in that receiver room, right? It was a battle towards the end, which we'll get into in a second. So that's not obvious. But when you look at guys like, Dylan Drummond, that sucks. His journey. I explained to you guys how the process was for him to get here to this roster. I was really rooting for him. Catches everything. But I think he just got, outraced towards the end there versus the Panthers, man. Antoine Green just was too much. He was too much, man. Made some big plays, big runs, returning kicks. So, and plus, Brad Holmes drafted him. Brad Holmes drafted him. Let's just be honest about it. He drafted him because he saw something in Antoine Green. So for him to go out there and actually show up was big time. And, I always knew if that was the case, that Green would make that final roster spot as far as the receiver room. Some of the names like Sterling Thomas and Chase Lucas, man. Love Chase Lucas, man. Love Chase. If it was me, I'd rather have him than Will Harris. I'm not even going to lie to you right now. I am so exhausted with Will Harris. And y'all know It's been years that I've been talking about this. I was just watching Will Harris just get burnt in the preseason, which just irritate me all over again. So I know the Lions love Will Harris. They especially the versatility. So it is what it is. But man, I love Chase. You know what I'm saying? I love Sterling Thomas too. But like I've been trying to condition you guys and get you guys prepared for, we all knew that we were gonna, have some good guys get cut, man, get waived. So, like I said, man, we'll see what happened with these dudes. Also, another one, Brandon Joseph. He had some moments too. So, yeah. But other than that, nothing else surprising. We waived Parker Romo. So right now, Patterson is the kicker, the standalone kicker right now. So that's that, right? So let's switch over to the official 53-man roster of who's actually on the team. Of course, running back room, we know we got Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. Those are two standalones, along with Jason Govinda at the fullback position. Like I said, that's subject to change within a couple of days. We know what we're doing at quarterback. It's no need to even go over that. Wide receiver room, Antoine Green was gifted that last position simply because of the way that he showed up. So that's nothing surprising, right? Tight end room, nothing surprising. 3 tight ends, Laporta, Brock Wright, and Mitchell. So we all know we lost Zylstra. Offensive line, nothing surprising whatsoever. So a lot of obvious, but when we get to the defensive side of the ball, that's where things get a little interesting, right? Defensive linemen, we knew that James Houston was going to be on this roster. There was some little rumors going around on social media, and I didn't know where they were coming from, but I knew that they were absolute bullshit. So James Houston is definitely on this roster. The problem child is still here. Julian Akwara is also still here. So we are deep, man, with that 12-man defensive line. Linebacker gets really interesting. 6 linebackers, 6. Pittman being that last guy to make it on the linebacker list. I am surprised by that, to be honest. Pittman had moments out there. He definitely was playing well in practice. So I'm not surprised by that, but I had no idea that he would make this 53-man roster. I didn't think he would at all, to be honest. So very surprising there. When we look at the secondary, you look at those last 2 names, man. You look at a Gilmore and a Dorsey. I mean, yeah, they fought for it. They went out there and fought for it. Gilmore, man, definitely fought for it. I mean, Kirby Joseph, Mosley, Jacobs, Brian Branch, Will Harris, Tracy Walker, Ifitu Melifonwu, Stephen Gilmore, Khalil Dorsey. Yeah, tough, man. Tough, because there's some dogs right up under that and missing and cut list, right? So, yeah, interesting. But, hey, I trust the decisions, right? So we'll see. We'll definitely see. A lot of those guys were pretty much at the same level to me. Young, undrafted dogs. So the Detroit Lions picked the ones that they picked out of that group, because that group together to me was pretty much at that same pace, growing, getting better, going out there playing hard every single time. So, somebody couldn't make the roster, right? So it is what it is, man. And we already talked special teams: Patterson, Jack Fox, Scott Daly. Yeah. So yeah, that's it, man. 53-man roster is established. So yeah, we'll see over these next couple of days what changes, if anything. Obviously the running back room again. The running back room is definitely going to look different by the time we start the season. So I'm pretty much happy with what we got right now. I'm happy with what we have. There still is some rumors out there right now as far as trades. You're still hearing some names out there, some big names as well. Chase Young has been one of them. I've actually heard that from some good sources myself. So there were talks. They stalled yesterday is what I heard. So we'll see. we'll definitely see, man. But we'll keep an eye on this roster, and you know, we get ready for the season. We going into the season healthy. Oh, it feels good to say that, man. We are going into this season healthy. I was so nervous during the preseason. I swear I was. I was so glad we didn't play some of the starters. Oh my God. Last thing we need to do is walk into the season limping, man. We experienced that over the years, man, and you know what I'm saying? So I want a puncher's chance, man. I want to go out here and try to catch old Twinkle Toes while they celebrating their day, you know, Super Bowl victory and everything. While they all high off life, I want the Detroit Lions to creep up, man, and prowl. Period, man. We got an opportunity to go catch them on their toes, man, and you know, pull out a victory. So yeah, and I said victory. I said that. So and the Seahawks are very beatable to me. So I'm not, you know, like I said, we will see. We'll see. So we'll get to my predictions, you know, when it's time to. But yeah, that's the 53-man roster. So that was just a quick run through. So the live stream of this will be coming. I'm going to try to get a few special guests to come on along with me so we can have some really good conversation about this roster and see how we're feeling out there. So I will be reaching out to a few guys, and I promise you guys we're going to have a great show. So with that said, leave it in the comment section, man. Who surprised you? What you upset about? Everything. What you love? Are you content? I need to know everything, right? So leave it in the comment section, man, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.